Hello everybody, this is Liliana Rowena, and as of the date of me filming it, it is my 21st birthday. I'm super excited. It is a school night, so I won't be doing anything too crazy tonight. I may go to the store and purchase some of that booze, maybe, just to do it, but I may just wait until this weekend because I have exams going on. I'm trying to do scholarship application right now. I'm doing a lot of things. I'm doing too many things. So that's gonna wait till this weekend, and that's super exciting, and I might make a vlog of that because I'm doing some cool stuff. But this video is going to be the start of my How Not to Die at Anime Convention series. I did my first full convention last year, and there's a lot of things I wish I'd known. I'd done like one-day convention days before. This was a whole other thing. Again, I've only ever been to one convention, but I'm sharing what I have learned, and I will gain more experience and add more things. But today we are talking about one of the most boring topics when it comes to anime conventions, and that is money. You and I are going to be talking about money and anime conventions because, as you may know, anime conventions cost money. However, as somebody who's a big fan of anime and cosplay, when we think of our favorite things, we don't usually think about the cost. At least I don't. Maybe you're super responsible and don't need this video, but if that's the case, you can just click off, or you can keep watching if you just want to see what I have to say or want to add anything. So I have 5 of my personal tips and recommendations of how to not die at anime conventions in regards to your finances. Step number 1, be aware that there is a cost and plan at all. Like, just have a plan. Like, just know, don't just be like, I feel like going to this convention. If you have that much money, that's great, but it's probably pretty rare that you have the money for a hotel for a weekend, the food, and all that other stuff just right off the bat. It can be super tempting to just be like, oh, I'll get there when I get there. So just plan. Tip number 2 is be realistic about what you can afford in the time span that you can. I tried to gift that anime convention to my boyfriend. It did not work because I did not have the money, because that was too much. I really needed someone to split that cost with me if I was going to do the whole weekend. So like, anime conventions are really fun and you can want to do the whole thing, and I made this mistake. If you can't afford the whole weekend, just go one day. If you need help on the hotel room, don't be too shy to ask. If you're going in a group, split that hotel room. Let me tell you, everybody pays for their own bed, and it'll be a lot less stressful if you are very realistic about what you can afford. That way that at the convention, you're not stressing about what it is that you need to have. Do you have enough money for this, that, the other thing? It's much nicer if you get the whole thing together beforehand. My third tip is to start way in advance. Like, again, if you're one of those people who's like super rich or got everything figured out, don't worry as much about this. But if you start way in advance, like I've already kind of started saving. Right now I'm saving for a car as well, so I may have to adjust my expectations. For next year's convention, I go to Bakuretsu-Con every year. It's such a cute convention. If you have not gone, I recommend it. If you have like social anxiety and normally can't go to conventions because they're too much, this would be a great convention for you. It's really chill, awesome. Just plugging my local convention. They're amazing. I love them all so much. Anyway, so starting way in advance gives you a lot less financial pressure. And another thing I would say with this is don't touch the money. I did this. I followed this. I had it, but I had it in an envelope, and whenever I needed something, I would take money out of my funding until all of a sudden, all of the progress I made saving for the convention was gone. Speaking of saving for the convention, tip number 4 is the convention costs way more than you think. If you're a new con goer, conventions are expensive, like really expensive. You do not know just how many things. You really need to think about all the things you're going to need. Okay, there's the hotel room. By the way, I did not know this. Hotels have holding fees. You can get that money back if you don't mess up the hotel. However, cosplayers have this nasty habit of leaving paint or scratches in hotel rooms, so they usually will hold a bit of money. Be prepared to have more money on the hotel bill than you think. Because of that holding fee, you will get that money back, but just so you know, if you're renting a hotel room, there's a holding fee. You're going to need food for the weekend. You can't just survive off of nothing. You need food. You're going to want to make impulse purchases in the dealer's room, and chances are you're going to buy them whether you have the money or not, given the types of people who often are in this community. So just know that, just plan to have that. There's charity auctions, there's the dealer's room, there's certain like pay for events you might want to do if you're going to a bigger convention. You're gonna need food. It's just more than you think. It's more than just the badge and the hotel room, which, you know, you can easily pin down those costs. There are ways you can reduce those costs, but I think, no, I'll go into some of them quickly, but I will talk about reducing those costs overall in other videos. Like, one thing you can do is you can make sure you pack your own lunch to make it fit in your budget better. You can, or if you have extra money, you can decide that it's worth the convenience of just being able to go across the street from McDonald's and get it. Also, if you don't have a car or you're in an area you're unfamiliar with, you're going to want extra money for taxis or Ubers or anything like that as well. And for my fifth and final tip, if you cosplay, take your costume into account and take the cosplay bomb into account, especially if you're competing in this cosplay. If you are competing in this cosplay and something falls off and you have to run to the gas station across the road to find something to somehow put that brooch back together, that was my experience with my Violet Evergarden cosplay. The brooch just disintegrated right before my walk-on. You will need to just budget for that. Like, things will go wrong, things will rip, you might need extra supplies. Try to pack those supplies, but if you forget, just keep the fact that just have like a little cosplay budget. So these are the things that I would say you really do need to keep in mind when attending an anime convention when it comes to finances, because it can be really easy to get blindsided by just how much these things cost, and really easy to get swept up in the impulse of things, especially for me. So I'm going to follow my own advice. I'm currently using Digit to try to save for my anime convention. I'm not sponsored. I like it so far, but I need to get my act together enough for it to be able to save money. And it also gives me a motivation to keep all that stuff in line better. And thank you all so much for watching. I know this was a bit of an overview. If you guys want more specifics on like, okay, can you make me a con budget sheet? I might be willing to do that if there's enough interest in it, and I can talk about that in another video. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm super excited to be starting this video series. Anime conventions are so much fun, and I look forward to, as I'm able to afford more conventions, getting to go to lots and lots more. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for other tangentially related topics to anime. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Liliana Rowena,